And we are back with Ron with another question from a member. Ron, if we offer employee agreements to businesses and their owners with the savings that we are providing the owners when we take over paying their employees, should we expect the owners to offer their customers a lower price for their goods and services?
Now, I appreciate what you're trying to say. Why would you expect what you perceive to be the best way to do things? We want those services to stay in place. We want them to continue to service the community. How they do that is their business, even if it's in a business to make money. It's their business and not ours. We don't pretend that we have expectations on what they do. We expect them to follow the employee agreement. That's to stay in service, stay in business. Just because we pay your employees does not mean that they have to lower their price. You see, on the other side of the fence, the other customers that they're servicing, what do you think those customers are getting? If you really qualify, and one of the qualifications for holding accounts may well turn out to be that you have to have an employee agreement account established in your beneficiary account office in order for you to have holding accounts. This is something I've toyed with, and it's probably something that will need to be a qualifier for the holding accounts because why? You're going to get $28,000 a month. Now, those holding accounts have agreements with them. You write down what you're going to do with the money. That is your agreement with God to give you, they're going to give you this money. And you're going to say, I'm going to service, take care of my kids. I've got two or three kids. I'm going to use this account for their growing up expenses, um, braces, uniforms for this, that, and the other, athletics, piano, dance classes, whatever. If you don't do it for what you have committed to, then you're out of harmony with the heavens. And if you're out of harmony with the heavens, how can you plan on having an exciting and joyful life? You're defeating your own purpose. So we want the holding accounts to be, and the way we've set it up is that you sit down and write down what you're going to use the money for. It's going to keep coming, so you're going to save up money for a car or for a down payment on a house. And you get the down payment for the house that you want, you start your home. What are you going to do with the money after that? Write it down what you want to use it for. When you write it down, then that's your commitment. So instead of saying I get $28,000 a month to do whatever I want to do, well, to some degree that's true. But you write it down and you tell the heavens what you're going to do with the money, and then your integrity will be on the line with the holding accounts. And we encourage the holding accounts. We want you to have all the funds that you need or want because there's no lack now. When you get your SKRs for Millions, that's $3 million worth. And you ask for a rate, let's say 500 to $1 million. Whatever your heart tells you is the right amount. And you get 360 of these millions. 180 per request, and that's because it's already established and we did it again. So you're the one that's going to get all of this money. But if you're not within your integrity of using that money, then it's going to be a problem for you. So we're trying to help people to have a very positive and effective life that's filled with money to do the things that are necessary for your life. If you want to travel, we want to take a family travel to Spain. Okay. That's a beautiful thing. And then next year you might want to go to Italy, or next year you want to go to Uruguay or Chile or England, wherever you want to go. That's your funding for your travels. Use it for that. Don't use it on other things unless there's an emergency that you need to do something and you feel comfortable if it's an emergency to use things the way you need to do it. Integrity is the most important thing with that. So we want the employees to have an agreement. If you work for a smaller firm, then it doesn't matter to us. The CAC director is the one that does for the smaller, and then we get into the larger groups, and that's part of Love One Industries, and you have to have a contract with that so that we do things in a consistent and way of doing it for everybody. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, read what the economic stabilization system is about. Read it and understand that that's the new economic system, and it will be supported by the international commodity clearinghouses. Now, here's one to stretch your minds. The quantum financial system has been around at many, many, many galaxies in the universe or in the multiverse. It's not a new system. It is for us because we've never had it. We've always had the bad guys doing it. This is a brand new system that is equal and cannot be compromised. Digital gold certificates come from gold. It goes back to the kilo of gold that is for that particular increment of money, be it dollars or yuans or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's your source of confidence. This is God's way of doing commerce. Now, if you think that bartering is the best way, then go ahead and do that. But when we get into intergalactic commerce, a medium of exchange as is created by God is a real advantage, a real help. Now, people can say, well, we get into a place where we're creating everything we want. So why do we need money? I don't know. Why do you need money? Answer that question yourself when you get there. I don't need to use money anymore. Okay. What are you going to use for a medium of exchange? You're going to barter for everything? Or is it a matter replicator that you're going to use for all of your food and all of the food that says you can replicate furniture and stuff like that? Is that really true? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So don't predisposing yourself to a way of we're not going to need money. That's your own opinion. And it may not be true and it may be true. I don't know. I've asked that question, and that's why we have the quantum financial system. You can take that for what it is. And there are no bad people that will have the money. So that's the way it's going to be. Uh, Okay, so we don't predispose that somebody's going to do something that we think they should be doing just because we're paying for their employees through an employee agreement account. It's none of our business. And the boss knows that, will be told that. It's none of our business to tell him what to do. If he wants his workers to make a lot of money, then he can do that. He's the one in charge. And all of those who are directors for CACs that I'm under, or I've created or helped to hire, will understand that it's not their business to be doing it. It's the boss's business. That's his business. You're just there supporting him to stay in business so that he can service the community. That's what the CAC is about. Okay, that's the end of our uh, activities. The series number, what was it, 21? No, 20. Oh, 27. We've been
27.
27 years or months or weeks, whatever. We've been doing this for a while. We're getting into a much higher spiritual understanding. I hope that you'll be able to follow. And I hope that it doesn't scare people off. We are becoming who we are. Let fear go. Doubt not. Fear not. But be believing, and all these things shall work out for the best good of those who love God, which is themselves. So I send blessings and love to everybody who listens, and we'll go from there.
Thank you, Ron. That was a wonderful wrap up for Series 27. And we will look forward to all the questions that are going to come in for next week's recording. So, blessings. Thank you, Ron. It was a pleasure.
Well, thank you, Tina and Jim, for your moderations and moderating this. And I appreciate you too for the good people that you are and the way that you conduct yourselves. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we appreciate you, Ron. Much love.
Okay, that's it for tonight. Thank you for everybody, and we'll see you again next week.